You're listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, so many ways you could waste time just picking the wrong line, or porn on your job, or counting ants. You'll find all of it, and a lizard too, in today's podcast. You are an early morning person, and as you know, I'm not.
Right.
But if I have something important to do, one makes an effort, does one not?
Yeah, I guess.
So I thought I would help a friend who has moved from a large place to a small place. And this friend's spouse had many, 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 many things and bought many, many, many things all the time, constantly buying many, many things. Lots of thing buying. So this caused some stress and this caused some financial difficulty, and said friend and spouse have moved to a smaller abode where there is no room for the many, many, many things which are currently in storage and racking up fees. So I offered to come and help transport some of these things to various charities, consignment stores, etc.
You're way too nice, by the way.
I'm not that nice, but when you have a dear friend of many years, you do what's needed, right?
Yes, I'm sure you do.
So I had to get up early.
What's early?
For me?
Yeah. What time did you get up?
You're going to laugh.
I am going to laugh.
9:30?
I was up at 6:30 and that was late.
Yeah, but you weren't going to help anybody schlep their crap out of a storage area. So points to you for getting up early. Points to me for actually having a reason to get up what I consider to be early. And I was going to take the large, heatless minivan, the better to empty the storage area. And it's been parked for a few days, and I turned the key and nothing happened. Crabby spouse comes out with the charger to jump the battery, does not work. And we pull up my car that has heat and jump the battery. Clearly, it's either the alternator or the battery is completely dead, since it only runs for 5 seconds and then dies again. And then I have to go pick up medicine for the pets at the pharmacy at Costco. And let me share with you this piece of Costco wisdom.
Okay.
If one is buying items of clothing at Costco, you will invariably have a problem with the pricing and hold up the entire line for 20 minutes. I've gotten behind that person 8 or 9 times at least. I'm sorry, we just have the fleece onesie from last year. And it's not like some little store where you can just call from the back like Trader Joe's. No, it's like a big sprint to the back of the warehouse store, and you have to rummage through all the onesies and come up with something that isn't quite the thing. And then there's a big conversation about what you thought it was when you took it off the rack. And then I just knew it. The friend with the problematic spouse. Whenever there's a task to be done, problematic spouse ramps up the problem somehow.
Yikes.
But I knew better. And I have to say, it's kind of cynical of me. About halfway through planning this, I thought, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to carve out this time. You've had this happen, I'll bet you. There are people who always cancel. You know they're going to cancel. So you make the plan, and then you have a plan B because you know that they're going to cancel.
Yes, I have friends that their names became actual verbs for cancel.
Susie, who always cancels.
Yes.
Right. Cancel Carly.
Or pulled whoever.
Yeah. Well, this is how it's getting to be. And this person with the problematic spouse, if you have coffee with this person with the problematic spouse, it's a virtual guarantee that this friend will get a call from the spouse because there's some new drama unfolding.
I avoid all that.
But here's the cool part of it. When you know that someone will cancel and you've offered to do something nice for them, you get all the credit for having volunteered, and you have to do none of the work.
Yeah, well, you will when they call you again. On the new date.
I don't know. I think I may be off the hook on this, but I'm not sure. I have left the offer standing. Then I come racing home to find that time seems to have slowed to a crawl at my house because the car is dead on the street, exactly where I had left it hours before. We have AAA, which is how you get the mommy van to the mechanic to see if you actually want to invest in an alternator or not.
Same here.
So AAA could be called, but instead the spousal unit chooses to waste like 2 hours trying to get the jumper thing to work before he gives up. And I'm saying all along, hey, just call AAA because you don't have to go with the car. They'll just tow it to the mechanic and you can tell the mechanic, and that's another half of the day that you won't have wasted. But no,
Well, I don't know why you're surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Your spousal unit tries to fix everything.
Yeah, I wonder if he could fix this day for me, or this perhaps marriage may need a little fixing. So I looked up this link that a friend has sent me a while ago that I just hadn't bothered with. Did you know there's such a thing as time blindness?
As what?
It's
Time blindness?
Time blindness, like
Like you don't know how to tell time?
no, like you've no concept of time at all.
Is that a learning disability?
Well,
or?
a lot of people with ADHD also have this problem. They're either chronically late or they're compulsively early because they're so fearful and they don't know how long things take. And the spousal unit is always like really, really chronically time mismanaged. You do know that.
Yes.
And he also has no awareness of what he's doing when he thinks that he's working. Bless his little tiny heart. Like I'll walk up and I'm working. I've got work to do. And I'll walk by his office at one point and there's a basketball game on. And I'll go, working hard there. It's just the highlights. Walk by again. Same highlights? I'll say to him, not very nicely. And then I walk by about an hour later and now it's a soccer game.
Well, he can't work and watch at the same time.
Well, could you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't really believe.
I worked from home for years after UPI put us all in home offices. And I'd sit and watch TV all day and work.
Let me just guess that they were paying you for 8 hours and actually you were working for 4.
Well, no, I was actually working 10 or 11.
But like 4 or 5 of that would have been watching TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soaps in the afternoon.
Yeah. You're just running up the clock there. I know better. Let me put it this way. When people tell me they can really multitask, I always say, would you want your surgeon to be also watching a soap opera out of the corner of her eye? Would you want the pilot of your airplane to be watching the basketball
I don't think that
highlights?
It's comparable.
Yeah, I think it's exactly comparable.
I don't.
You're either paying attention or you're not. You're either focused or you're not. I don't believe.
Dude, when I lived in Chicago, I told you, I would see all these guys driving while they were watching porn. They had little TV sets on the side of between the two seats in the console area, and they'd be watching porn. And I'd be sitting at stuff like watching this guy watching porn all the time. Yes.
How come I never knew this about you?
I don't know. Maybe you don't look at other people's cars enough.
Well, you had that big minivan, the Death Star van. I know.
Yes, I had the Libyan Deathmobile.
So people couldn't see that you were looking at what they were
They
doing.
couldn't. It was nice.
In my car, if someone were watching porn in the car next to me, then they would see that I had seen, and then I would be first embarrassed and then scared.
My car has that big console thing there,
Yeah.
but it won't let you do anything if you're driving. Like, I can't even change the radio station. It says disabled while driving.
That's just mean.
So it is mean.
Can you tell it to change the radio station?
No, I don't speak to it. I don't want it to learn my voice and be able to AI me.
Funny you
into
should
other
mention
cars.
that. I mentally today, I thought Marcy's paranoia is not paranoia. Because today I had a whole exchange with a publicist from a theater company that's been going on for 2 weeks, this exchange. And today, Google told me what was in all of my emails back and forth to her.
Told you they're spying.
And I freaked out And I asked, how do I get Google not to be summarizing my emails, which means that it's been reading my emails? And they told me how to turn it off. And I hope that they're not lying. But normally, when I get to step 3, I just throw up my hands and go, oh, F it, it's not that important. But this time, I went all the way through the steps to turn it off. Exactly. Exactly. And then, while I was going through all the steps to turn it off, that's when I read the BBC story about ant smuggling. And I don't mean like, Gertrude with the funny hats who asks why you don't come visit her more, Aunt.
Yeah, you're talking about the ones that I stomp.
Well, you could make some money.
I stomp the fire ants.
Apparently, keeping ants as pets is a thing. It's a thing. And Kenya, according to the BBC, and I'm kind of annoyed at the BBC because normally they don't do anything that demands my actual attention.
Yeah.
But Wycliffe Muya in Nairobi actually wrote a piece for the BBC that made me pay attention. Mr. Zhang Kikun was intercepted at a security check at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport after authorities discovered a large consignment of live ants in his luggage bound for China. Now, I imagined that they just sort of opened up the suitcase and went, ah! But no. Apparently,
did you see how much they're worth, though?
I see. I live in the dark, obviously. Apparently, there were, and I'm amazed that they counted these all up, 1,948 garden ants packed in specialized test tubes. A further 300 live ants recovered concealed in 3 rolls of tissue paper within the luggage.
They make money on these stupid ants. And I have to tell you, which you're going to die when I tell you this.
Mm.
Okay. I told you that one of my children has a leopard gecko.
Yeah.
Named Liz Khalifa.
Yes.
Liz Khalifa eats what are called dubia roaches. Child sent spouse to go get dubia roaches.
No.
Wait, this gets better. And he came back with hissing roaches.
Oh, well, will it
which
eat those?
Liz Khalifa can't eat. So said child has now given these hissing roaches names.
Oh, no.
And built them a habitat.
They get big, the hissing roaches. They'll get like as big as your hand.
The dubias get big too, but you feed them to the lizard before
they
get
overgrow. This is all not good. I'm very sorry.
Pet roaches are right up there with pet ants.
I had to ask myself, who had the job of counting out 1,900?
Yeah.
I mean, is there a separate
question.
charge for each ant that they actually needed to know? There were 1,948 of them and 300 live ones. And I'm guessing that's an estimate because what are they going to do? Put them in each a separate little like ant counting area? Like
they put them through like a little thing that you have to go through at the
airport.
Yeah.
Little
Raise your
turnstile.
arms.
Oh my God. They wand the ants. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's just...
And then they can count them.
So then I went down, you should pardon the expression, the ant hole. And I thought, well, wait, what about if these are so vital and so hard to keep up and why are they so important? I thought, wait a minute. We all had those Uncle Milton's ant farms.
Yep.
Remember the Uncle Milton ant farm?
Yeah.
So I looked those up and there's a whole comment thread of people who are furious about ant keeping done Uncle Milton style.
Oh, jeez. People are so stupid.
They're very upset in a world where there are not wars, in a world where there are children who need homes, in a world where there are diseases to cure.
Unhoused ants.
There is a 9-mile-long thread on Reddit about people who keep ants and don't keep them right and don't treat them nicely and is this fair? And
well, anyone who's listening that would like ants or wasps or houseflies They're all over the place right now.
Come on down.
Yeah, come on up to the top of the mountain where it's
There you go.
73 degrees and all the bugs are out.
Well, you've heard it. She's only going to invite you once.
And stay away from my worm farm.
Oh, no. That's right. I forgot about the worm farm.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. It's clear you like listening to things, so you might enjoy the audio version of my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. I read the entire darn thing myself. You can download it from Audible. It's not free like the podcast, though, so if you're thrifty, like me, you may still want your public library to order the printed version.